Hola a todos, bienvenidos a tus apuntes del futuro. Whoa! By the end of the day, you will be able to use reflexive verbs to talk about the future. Let's begin. We've already expressed future actions with what is called. Anyway, we use the informal future. Okay, this is the equivalent of like I am going to talk kind of deal. And it follows the pattern of ir a infinitivo. Por ejemplo, ella, here, let's color code this. Ir, let's do blue. Ella va a viajar. Ellos van a estudiar. Nosotros vamos a vivir. No vas a matar. Okay? We also need to include this little a in there. A lot of people often forget it, but a viajar. Van a estudiar. A vivir. A matar. And then our infinitive ending always ends in like a R. Viajar, estudiar, vivir, matar. That kind of deal. Okay? And those are saying what you're going to do. This implies an immediate future, like this is going to happen very soon. Okay? Like you're on the point of you're about to do this thing. Instead of using the informal future today, we're going to use what is called the future simple tense. And trust me, it is very simple. Okay? It's the same for AR verbs, ER verbs, and IR verbs, which is great. We actually start with the infinitive form of the verb. You don't need to remove any endings like any other conjugation. You just start with the infinitive and then you add the endings. Has, a, hemos, es, han. Notice these all have accents except for the nosotros form has no accent on it. So that's exciting. All right, we're going to see those in our examples in just a second. All right? In fact, let's do that right now. So you have ella here. It's going to form the a ending. And then, oh, I didn't include a they. That should have a they. It tells us that should be the an ending. So instead of erasing it, I'm just going to bring it down here. This is going to be nosotros. I also didn't include this in here, but it should be a nosotros guy. So we're going to copy that nosotros down here. Make it small so it'll fit. And then finally, you is the tu form. So that's going to be wing, this ending right here. Now, once we have the endings, we just need to put, what's it called? We just need to put the verb itself, the infinitive. So, to travel is viajar. So, she will travel. Ella viajará. Great, right? Are is estar. So, they will be estarán. Okay. Live is vivir. So, we will live. Viviremos. Nice. And then finally, kill is matar. It's not enough room. Matar. So you will kill is matarás. In this case, you will not kill. No matarás. Isn't that so straightforward? I love the future tense because literally it's just the infinitive followed by your endings. That's super neato burrito. Now, we use the future tense, yes, to talk about the future, obviously. Like, ella viajará a España el año que viene. She will travel to Spain next year. But you can also use the future tense to express probability, something that likely is happening. For example, estarán estudiando ahora. They probably are studying right now. Excuse me, you see this in English as well. Like, oh, they'll be studying right now. Like, they should be studying, huh? We use the future to talk about predictions, which is it's kind of like probability, right? It's just to say what's going to happen in the future, right? So viviremos en una casa grande. We will live in a big house eventually. That's my prediction. That's not true, I actually don't believe that, but whatever. And then finally, we use them for solemn commands, for serious commands. Like, you shall not kill, which is shall is like will. You will not kill. This is no matarás. So these are very similar to things we do in English that you probably just hasn't realized. And then we're like, oh yeah, we do that. Nice. So let's do some examples from our book. So en actividad 12, solo tenemos que terminar o completar la oración con el verbo. Right? So en número 1, empiezas traer. And I will bring, just put the yo ending on it, traeré. Traeré muchos basureros. Nice. I'll bring the trash cans. Nosotros, we have recoger. And then we're going to put the nosotros ending on it. Hemos. Recogeremos toda la basura. We'll pick up all the trash. Okay. Amigo. And what we have, escribir. So we just put the infinitive form right there. Escribir. And then the the L ending. Escribirá. He will write an article. We're going to do another L form. So I'm just going to copy down that all right there. What do photographers do? They take photos. So, tomar. Tomará fotos. Whoops. Missed you. Yeah. Los periodistas. What are we having? Entrevistar. And we should probably spell it correctly. Entrevistar. And then the ellos ending is an. Entrevistarán a la gente. Whew. It's a really long word. Oh well. And finally, nosotros with trabajar. We will work. Trabajar. And then we need that nosotros ending. That hemos. Trabajaremos mucho. And there it is. That's the future tense. That's how you conjugate. Isn't that lovely? Amazing. Now I'm also going to talk you through 13 just because it's there and we have time. So, 13, we're going to read the story. We're going to figure out what verb goes in the blank, and then we're going to put our future ending on it. I probably shouldn't have used yellow, because now it's not going to show up on here, but whatever. Okay, Nicolás y yo estamos preocupados por el futuro de nuestro mundo. Oh no, Nicolás and I are worried, we're preoccupied about the future of our world. La contaminación is going to be like an ella, so that has to be a ending. Okay. La contaminación, un problema horrible. It will be a horrible problem. So to be, that's ser. So I'm just going to write it. Será. Boom, done. End of verb. Será un problema horrible si no hacemos algo ahora. Por el smog, muchas personas is like a ellas. So that's going to be a an ending. Aire sucio. They will breathe. Breathe is that thing. Also, respirar. Respirarán aire sucio. Y el mundo. El mundo is like an el, because like el mundo, right? So that needs a ending. El mundo, and then we need the infinitive. La capa de ozono. Oh no. What are we doing with the ozone? We're slowly losing it. Just like losing my mind. I'm just kidding. So that's perderá. There. Good enough. You got to fit in the blank. El capa de ozono. Las personas. Again, personas is like an ellas. Las personas is going to have an on ending. They do something. En un mundo muy diferente. They will live in a very different world. So live is vivir. Entonces ellos vivirán en un mundo muy diferente si no ayudamos. Con nuestra película, tú gives us an AS ending. Tú has. Put then what's the verb? To. ¿Cómo puedes ayudar? Oh, with our movie, you will see how you can help. See is ver, like to view something. Una vista is a view, something that is seen. Entonces, tú verás cómo puedes ayudar. Los personajes de la película, this is tricky. Los personajes, they are doing the thing, the characters. So that's going to be an ellos verb. Even though it's de right here, they're doing it to you. So that's going to be an on. In fact, I'm going to just be like, we don't have enough room. So they, something. They will you how to conserve. Okay, so they will tell you, they will speak to you. Let's go speak to you because tell you is irregular and we're not there yet. So hablar is to speak. Hablarán. Los personajes de la película te hablarán de cómo conservar y proteger los recursos naturales. Si trabajamos todos, that almost right there, that's a good clue that we're using a nosotros. So I'm going to do another whoops, I need more room kind of deal down here. Nosotros always ends in hemos. So, si trabajamos todos, las soluciones a tiempo. We will do something with the solutions on time. Well, we should probably find them, so let's go with that. Encontrar is our verb. So we have encontraremos las soluciones a tiempo y un mundo mejor. Since we haven't changed who we're talking about, it's still we will something, a new world. So it's still our hemos ending. We will a new world. This is actually super open-ended, but fortunately we have a word bank. So let's go with compartir, which is to share. Compartiremos. Oh, that was almost perfect. We will share a new world. Brilliant. Amazing. I'm going to let you do the reading on your own. And we'll hop down to actividad 14 durante el verano. Now, the thing about this activity is this is your speaking activity with your partner. First, you're going to use the activities in the book to complete the sentence. I'm going to do 3 with you in the future tense to say, will you read this summer? So that's our first step, is to first complete the questions. Let's just do that. Okay. Número 1 is read. Will you read? So I'm actually going to start it with that tú, putting the as ending. And then to read is leer. So this says, leerás tú durante el verano. Will you read during the summer? Nice. Now let's go to our other one. I'm only doing these ones because they're tricky. And you'll figure it out. Okay, here we go. So here we have acostarse. What's our verb? Acostarse. Now remember that when we're dealing with reflexive verbs, we take the se out to the front. Oh, shoot, my answer. We take the se out to the front and then we conjugate it. So we're going to capitalize se because it's the beginning of the sentence. And then we're going to change it to, since we're working with te, we're going to change that to te. Ta-da. Te, and then we're just left with our infinitive right here, acostar. But since we're working with tú, as. Te acostarás tarde. Our next verb, levantarse, is a very similar process. I'm going to do it in a different order, though. Okay, levantarse, I know already, is going to start with a te. Levantarás. I guess that was the same order, but I just kind of wrote it. Te levantarás tarde durante el verano. Do you go to sleep early or late? Do you go to sleep late? And do you wake up early? So those are your 2 questions. Now we're going to practice answering them. So first one, leerás tú durante el verano? So first I have to decide, how can I put this in the yo form? I'm going to drop my AS ending and replace it with an E ending to be in the yo form. So my answer ends up being, sí, leeré mucho durante el verano. I read a lot during the summer because that's when I have my free time, right? And my 3 details. Completaré la serie El Señor de los Anillos. Y después miraré las películas con mi familia. Boom. Nice. That's a lot of information, right? Series, what's it called? Watch movies with my family. Brilliant. So there you go. Lots of ideas. Your yo form and all your answers need to end with eh. Now our yo forms get a little different here down in reflexive verb land. With our reflexive pronouns are going to need to change to me. In addition to our endings changing to e. So, te acostarás becomes me acostaré. And I said I don't, so there you go. Me acostaré tarde durante el verano. Pero no me acostaré tarde durante el verano. Leeré libros en cama y descansaré mucho. So I actually don't go to bed late. I go to bed on time and just get like lots of rest, lots of sleeping time. And then te levantarás becomes me levantaré. As you can see in my response, sí. Me levantaré muy tarde durante el verano. And then for my details, yo dormiré tarde y disfrutar de la mañana. Because gotta enjoy my time. So there you go. There are 3 example answers. Continue to work and fill in all your fun details. Yep, that's it. Enjoy your homework. Have a wonderful time in the future. Adios.